Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to 7 a.m. in London. And yeah, I'm just gonna talk to you about what happened yesterday, the highlights of the day. Yesterday was a bit of a mad one. So, the day before yesterday, I phoned up my workplace, um, basically saying, what did I say? Actually, first of all, let me just start off with yesterday. So, in the morning, obviously, woke up, had breakfast. Um, I dropped the kids to school, come back, had another breakfast again because I woke up early and so I was hungry. Had breakfast, and then and that was probably about 7:30. I had breakfast in the morning. Had cereal, Rice Krispies, what I usually have with cold milk. Then I went to drop the kids, got the kids ready, dropped them to school. Did the school run, came back home, and then I had breakfast again because that's my usual time of having breakfast. I don't usually have breakfast twice, but I did this time, so I literally had breakfast twice. After that, after having cereal, I had apple. Then I had toast. Like I was just being mad greedy, but I was hungry, man. And then I just chilled and got a phone call. Now this phone call was from my manager, right? And so I've been waiting for a phone call because the day before yesterday, I called my workplace to say that I'm coming in because I was meant to come in Thursday after being off so long um, due to COVID and I was recovering. Anyways, they knew all that, you know what I mean? They got the note or whatever from the doctors. Like they knew that I was off, why I was off, the reason for it, etc., etc. Anyways, I spoke to one of the people at the company. They then said, I'm going to forward you to so and so, and then that person phoned me yesterday in the morning when I came back from dropping the kids to school. So this phone call, I'm expecting for the person to, obviously say, yeah, come in today at this time, blah blah blah, usual time, whatever, whatever. Um, and then to my surprise, she actually said you're suspended. Now this is a person who I believe doesn't like me. She always has problems with me, whatever. Um, we've had a few problems in the past where we've had disputes, etc., etc. So, anyways, she's told me that due to your suspension, the reason for it is because of poor attendance, poor poor work, like you haven't been working properly, etc., etc. Now, the poor work thing is crazy because she said this before many times, and I've then gone on to complete tasks which she wanted me to do, and after that there's been no problem. And majority of the time it's been situations where I was confused, didn't really know what to do with certain tasks, and then I've been shown what to do, and once I've been shown, within like literally straight after I've completed those tasks, it became easy, and um there was no problem. So literally for about a whole month I got no complaints, nothing, and that was before I got sick. Now, how can she be complaining now, saying that you have been doing poor work? Why didn't you say this before? Anyway, she mentioned I was supposed to tell you this before you got sick, but I forgot or something like that. So, anyways, poor attendance now. Unfortunately, that since this new contract, literally this same job that I've been in, I've worked for like nearly 3 years now, and for the first 2 years, I'd never had no days off. I think I had one it within 2 years. In 2 years, 1 day off, right? 1 day off within 2 years. And I'm not a slack person. I won't just, what I mean, casually have no like have loads of days off. I don't do that. But this time, since the new contract, yeah, since these new people were new contractors or whatever, it's been a problem, like problem after problem. The first time that I was off, I had a neck injury, which happened due to football playing football. I got a very bad neck injury, and for a whole week, maybe about a week, right, my neck was in pain. Like I couldn't move it properly, nothing. So I definitely couldn't work. So I never came in, and every day I was telling them I can't come, because you know when you have to phone in and you mention what's wrong with you, like you have to do that every day, right? So that's what I was doing every day, saying I can't come in today because this, blah 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 blah, every day, right? So no problem. And then forward now a month later, I've got COVID, right? A month or 2 months later maybe, I've got COVID. But at that time I didn't know. I was just saw it as a common cold. I was sick, but very sick. So every day I was phoning in for about a week, maybe a half, and then I got a sick note. All of that, like, so everything's done correctly, you know, everything's done in time, like you know what I mean? There's no problems whatsoever. To get a suspension is crazy. I even mentioned it on Facebook. Everyone was saying that's not right, da 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 da. And it makes things worse knowing that you, like, deep down, like, I know this woman don't like me. If I never had a problem with her before, and she wasn't, you know, she didn't have a problem with me, or whatever the case may be, then I'll just see it as, I still see it as a mistake, but I would genuinely think, okay, maybe she genuinely thinks that I should be suspended, blah, blah. But with this woman, I feel like she doesn't like me. She wants me out of the job. And that's it. That's how I see it. So, funny enough, I was looking for a job the other day before all this happened. And now I'm thinking, just because of this whole situation, I need things to be correct. Like, I'm about justice. I'm about being just, so, and fair. And because she's not being fair or just, my kind of my way to get back at her is to keep my job, right? Because I know she don't want me at the job. So that's what I want this to, obviously, it's got to go to plan anyways, because there's not even no plan, you know what I mean? Because all I have to do is speak the truth. That is it. Whereas I feel like she's got to come up with a few lies to get me out. And I'll catch her up on the lies, because, you know what I mean, there's no way that I should be suspended, but I am suspended. So yeah, so basically she said to me, oh, you can't, so yeah, basically, because I was meant to come in, so I was like, okay, so I don't come in work today? No. Like, I know what suspension is, obviously, but I only know suspension from being suspended in school is totally different from being suspended at work, right? I've never been suspended at work before in my life. I've been fired many times, but I've never been suspended. Now, that doesn't sound good that I've been fired many times, but it's always, every time I've been fired, it's been for unjust reasons, and a lot of the time people have just been racist, and that is no lie. Like, I've been so unfortunate with jobs, so unfortunate, I don't think you understand. And this is why I want my own business. It's why I want to be an entrepreneur, but it's not easy. Sometimes you have to just work, you have to pay the bills, and you have to, obviously on the side, you need to work hard as well and try and get that job that you've always wanted. That's why I'm doing courses, to do it. At least if I'm gonna get problems with someone, it's in a job I enjoy, not in a job that I don't enjoy. So, you know, with that being said, man, it's crazy, but yeah, man, I'm gonna be indoors for a while. I don't know how long this is gonna last for. I personally know someone who was suspended, and they were off for a good 8 months, and they were investigating and stuff like that, and they were being paid meanwhile for the whole time. But my contract's different. For some reason it says that I'm not going to get paid. I don't know what's going on, but the next 2 days I'm going to be off for sure, and then there's going to be a meeting apparently in 2 days. So I don't know what's going to happen after that meeting, whether the suspension will be ejected, if that's a word, if they stop the, you know, I don't know whether they're going to stop the suspension or not. So what can I do but stay home? Alhamdulillah, I got a family that helps me, you know what I mean, keep happy, and you know what I mean, I'm happy around my family. I'm religious, so I'm connected to God. You know what I mean, there's nothing that can kind of, well, obviously, but there's going to be something that's going to stress me out or get me upset, But I'll be honest with you, man. I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? I've been in certain jobs where people have just been funny. This woman is a black woman, so it's not racism. Whereas in the past, I've had other people where I just thought they were blatantly racist. This time, it's just people just being horrible to your own people. You know what I mean? You know, when you get them people that are just horrible to their own people. That's all it is. So, you know what I mean? Whatever's meant to be is going to happen. If Allah wills for me to be fired, it's going to happen. If Allah wills for me to be suspended, which happened, it's going to happen, and it happened. You know what I mean? Allah mentions in the Quran that, do you think that you will not be tested? Something like that. You'll say that do you think that people will say they believe and not be tested? You know, people will lose loss of lives, fruits, livelihood, etc., wealth, you know what I mean, children, family, you know what I mean, loved ones. We see it all the time. I mean, this year's been crazy alone. 2021, 2020, ever since COVID, it's been crazy. People have been dying. Families have been paranoid about this COVID, so they're, you know what I mean, because a person has had vaccine and a person is not. People are a bit weary, and, you know, there's, you know, got family members who are distant from each other, family members who are getting used to being distant from each other, so, you know what I mean, they're not contacting each other, whether it be phone call, text, seeing each other in person. You know what I mean, it's getting crazy. So it is what it is, man. And then obviously people are losing their jobs, whether it be because they're not taking their vaccine. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of things are going on, a lot of things. So we just got to say alhamdulillah, or praise be to God, and just get on with life. We just got to keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to look back at this video one day and laugh, because I'm going to be in a job that I love. I'm going to have a career that I love. And I'm going to look back and think to myself, I was in a job that I didn't enjoy. And, you know what I mean? But I just literally was working there to make money, to pay the bills, to buy my kids stuff, to buy Eid presents, big Eid presents, because I like spending a lot for Eid. That's just something I do. And if you want to spend a lot for Eid, you got to have a job. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. So, you know what I mean? Anybody out there, this is advice to you. If you're in a job and you don't enjoy your job, stay there, hold on. Don't just be unemployed for no reason. It's better to have a job that you don't enjoy than to be unemployed at home, playing video games, computer games, watching Netflix. It's better that you work than to be unemployed and be a bum. Because a bum is someone who doesn't try. A bum is someone, not someone who has a rubbish job. No, a bum is someone who does not want to work, who refuses to work. That's what a bum is, yeah? Unless they refuse to work because they got some good reason, they're ill, they got long-term illness, they're, you know what I mean, they're suffering from some sort of pain or mental illness, you know what I mean? That's different. But if you're sane, if you're healthy, you can work, you're able to work, you're able to lift things, you're able to, you know what I mean, do things physically, then work. Don't be a bum. Don't just sit at home and do nothing. So that's my advice to anybody out there. It doesn't matter what age you are. You could be 16, you could be 55. You should work and don't be a bum. Unless you're getting really old. Yeah, you've worked your whole life. Let's just say you're 50, you want to retire. That's different. That is totally different. But yeah, man, I don't want to take too much of your time, you guys. What else did I do? So that was the morning. That was the phone call that I got in the morning. And yeah, I'm just waiting for the meeting, so we'll see what happens. Like I said, if it's not meant to be, if I'm not meant to work there, it's for a reason, and I'll just look for another job. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? I don't sit at home and cry, or if I lose a job, it's like, oh, I can't work no more. No, look for a job and that's it. You know what I mean? Usually the case be, if I'm out of a job, I'm back in a job within a month. Simple. So, with that being said, yeah, what else did I do? That was the morning. And then I was so, like, not stressed out, but a little annoyed. You know, I can't lie. Obviously, I was a little annoyed. Yes, it was a time where I could just relax, but at the same time, I want to just work and just get back to normality, you know what I mean? And I don't want to be in this sort of like limbo, not knowing where, if I'm coming or going, am I, you know what I mean? Not knowing where I stand. I hate being in that position, just not knowing what's going on, what's going to happen, because you think too much. You start thinking, what is going to happen? You know what I mean? When you don't know what's going to happen, you start thinking about what possibly could happen. You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. So anyways, that was the morning. I said I was going to say something else. Anyways, yeah. So that was the morning. Oh yeah, I was saying that I was so annoyed that I couldn't, or I was a little annoyed, not so annoyed. But I for me, I have to be in the right mind frame, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? My mindset has to be right. So I couldn't really think properly and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't bother doing my module for my course. And now it's been a whole week where I haven't studied. Oh my. But I got a whole year to study, so I'm good. But that's not the point. I was doing it every day until this happened. You know what I mean? If anything, I was missing out maybe 1 or 2 days on the weekend. But it's been a whole week, so I need to do modules today. But yeah, or the next module today. And yeah, that was it. Like, obviously, yesterday I didn't bother doing a module because I felt a bit annoyed, and I just chilled out. Just went on my phone, went on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. So after that, obviously, I get my daughter around 12 o'clock. I pick her up from school and come home, make her food, make myself food. I made my lunch very late, and I forgot to do lunch with Ricardo. You know, I was meant to do that, and I didn't do that, so I flopped. I might do like a review or some type of aftermath of what I ate for lunch yesterday. I'll just talk about it instead of you guys seeing me cook and stuff like that. Friday, obviously something's happening today. There's some type of series that I'm doing. I'm just not too sure what it is, so I've got to check my list, because I have, you know, I'm a bit organized with this. I have a list of what videos are coming out every single day on my channel, so I got to check and see what I'm gonna be doing today. Anyways, this video is gonna be, it's around 17 minutes. It's quite long. That is very bright. The light in my eye is very bright right now. I need to get my kids ready. It's coming up to 8 o'clock and they got school today, and they're trying to, actually, I'm meant to just focus on yesterday. I don't want to talk about today, because today is meant to be for tomorrow. I'm meant to talk about what happened in my day the day before, so I can't talk about what happens today. You get my point. So carrying on, talking about yesterday, I got so much energy for some reason, and it's early in the morning. Usually I'm very sluggish, but I got a lot of energy. I haven't even had sweets. I haven't had anything like that. I'm just really energetic. Anyways, with that being said, it's Friday today. Maybe that's the reason. Alhamdulillah. Friday, best day of the week. Yeah, so what was I saying? So obviously, yesterday afternoon, nothing much, just chilled in. My mum came round. She came after what time did she come? She came just before I went to pick up my other kids, my 2 other kids. That was about 2:45 she came. Around that time I was eating my lunch. My mum came round, and then we left. We got ready to leave. Obviously after I ate, left to pick up the kids from school, probably about 3:15. Went there, obviously picked up my kids. My mum, she didn't stop for long at my house. She basically came around to drop some clothes for the kids, and then obviously we left, picked the kids up, went to the bus stop, followed my mum to the bus stop. Just before we got to the school, my mum, may Allah bless her and give her good in this life and the hereafter, she gave me £30. Now I'm a person, I turn things down, not all the time, I suppose, I'll be honest with you, but in my head I just thought to myself, this is risk. You know, my mum's offering to give me money. If anyone kind of offers you to take money, we shouldn't always think of it as a kind of, because a lot of us, we come with this kind of, oh no, like depending on who gives you the money, especially when it comes to women. As men, when we receive money from women, we start to think, no, but I'm a man, I work, I don't need money, like, you know what I mean? Don't, like, you feel a bit like, because you're a man, you don't want to take money or receive money. But for me, I feel like it's rizq from Allah. Anyways, my mom said, take this. Obviously she knows about the situation with work and stuff like that. She said, take it. It's, you know what I mean? And I'm like, nah, it's alright. No, keep the money, mom. It's fine. She's like, no. Here, take the £30. I'm like, no, it's fine. No, take the £30. So then at the end I was just like, alright, I saw it as risk. In my head I'm thinking, you know, Allah's will. Allah wants me obviously to have the opportunity to take money. So I took it, you know what I mean? My mom gave me the £30, took the 30, thought to myself, obviously my mom's saying treat yourself. So why not? I thought treat myself. Instead of getting takeaway or something, I thought let me go online, see if there's any coats I could get, a jacket or something. So yeah. So after that, obviously I dropped my mom to the bus stop. She went home. We went home. I took the kids home, obviously chilled, just relaxed, you know what I mean? Come the evening now, I went online and obviously started looking for some clothes, and I bought a nice coat. I'll show you guys, you know, on the channel soon, you know, when it comes, obviously. So it should come between probably 3 and 5 days, but we'll see. So I got a coat. It's nice grey coat. I'll show you guys. I can't bother to explain what it looks like, but yeah. And I obviously you guys are, I'm saying obviously all the time. I got this bag thing. It's like, it's so hard to explain. I don't even know what it's called, but it's like a chest bag. It goes on the front. So you know how you have them side bags? I think people call it, there's some funny name, I forget what they call it. But yeah, there's side bags like for men. I got one of those, but this one's like a chest version. It ties on from the side like that, attaches from the side, like the arms, so not the sides, but both of your arms, like a rucksack, like the armpit, right? But it's at the front, like a pouch thing at the front. It's nice. I'll show you guys, man. But yeah, so, and it only cost what, £29 altogether, and then obviously £3 delivery. So altogether it was like £32. You know what I'm saying? But because I went online, obviously I used the money from my bank, and then I got the £30 that my mom gave me in my pocket. So, you know what I mean? Because I couldn't bother to use that actual £30 and go Westfield and shop. I'd rather just shop online. So that's what I did. Anyways, this has been a very long video, so I'm going to end it now. Speak to you guys tomorrow. See you guys around 7 for 7 a.m. in London. I can't remember what episode this is, but it'll be around here somewhere. I'll maybe put it here. Yep. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like, share. Until the next time, see you guys soon. Peace.